Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today I show you the new function of our last update for this year. So first of all, we can set here an L-shaped cabinet. When we have such a corner cabinet, and here the new function is that we can divide this part into two parts. Therefore, you click here on the smart click for the area and you go in the setting. So here you see top panel, and when you type in number 6, then the part gets divided. Like you see here. That is also working when you set a horizontal. You see it's one part, and you can also go in this area here, go in the setting, and here you see the top panel, and here when you type in number 6 and you save it, you see here also it's getting divided. When we go now in a glass view or here in a wireframe, you see also the connectors are getting adapted like we have chosen it here, double and minifix. So when you click here again on the smart click, it's a bit difficult here in the wireframe, and you go back to the setting and you set the stop panel for this area back to 1 and you save it. You see it's one part again, and we don't have the connectors in here. And here on the top we still have the connectors. All right, that is the first function, and now we go back to the rendered view, and I will delete this, and we set it back to a normal cabinet. And the next function is about the back panel. Now you can set your back panel to Mitra, and therefore first of all you need to set here all edges to Mitra. You see they are in a default setting, are going to the top panel and the bottom panel, and we change this to Mitra for all sides. So, and the next step is we are here on a cabinet tab and we set this back to no back. And now we activate here the visible back. And now we need to go to front, and here we need to activate Mitra. And you see it's now Mitra. When you deactivate it, you see the cabinet getting extended and you see the Mitra cut. As well as for the back panel, you see here also the Mitra cut. That is this, and when you activate it here in our front tab with Mitra, it turns to Mitra. You see here still the edge, that is a 3 mil space. And when you go back to cabinet, and you can change it here like to 2 millimeters, then it's adapted. Yeah, or you can even set it to 0 if you want, to 3, then it's 0. Yeah. So this is also working for the front, but this was working before. Yeah, when you click here on the front and you drag and drop here miter front, then you see here also you have this 3 mil gap. Yeah, and the front is also miter. Yeah, also when you don't have a front, you see here the miter cut can be activated without a front as well. All right, that was the second function, and now we are coming to the third one. Therefore, we start here a new project. We don't need to save it. Yeah, and here for this function is about the row of holes. Yeah, you see I haven't activated the row of holes yet. When we go to interior and we go here to adjustable shelves, we can have here row of holes. I activated the group, and because we don't have any shelves, that's why nothing is appearing. When you set here the row of holes, yeah, and you go here in the setting, you can make the setup for the distance to top and bottom, and also distance to front, and here's the distance of the holes to each other. Yeah, you can set it here, and when we have like 2 verticals and 2 horizontals, you see you can set it for the area, and when you have a row of holes passing, then it doesn't consider where you have shelves or like the horizontals. Yeah, when you have your row of holes, you get a row of holes for each area. So now it's all good. Yeah, but when we set this to a different height, yeah, like related 1 to 2 to 1 to each other, then when we change to the glass view, you see the row of holes aren't synchron. Yeah, you see here it's like a gap. Yeah, and now the new function is when you click here and you turn to row of holes sync, yeah, then you can synchronize it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're also more flexible with the row of holes anyway, because when you go now here in this area, in the middle one, and you go here in the setting, you see you can make the setup for any area individually. Yeah, let's say here you want to change this, the distance to front, back, or top. Yeah, you can also set here an additional row of holes, like from 300 millimeter, and you can say the position of the third row should be on 250 mil. And when you save this, yeah, you see we have only here in the middle area the additional row of holes. Yeah, so you're more flexible with the setup of the row of holes in more cases. Yeah, so this is also a great upgrade for this program. So the next one is also when we go back to the rendered view, you can see the thickness of material in a part list when you click on a red eye, and you can here turn a room on and off, and here you can activate the part list. So, and you could have done this before, but now you have here also the thickness of each part. Before it wasn't available, but now it is. Okay, another new function is also, therefore we go back to the normal view, and you are able to, when you click here on the cube to activate the touch areas, that is the default. You can deactivate the arrows, you can deactivate the red smart links. It wasn't possible before. Before all smart links disappeared, but now the red ones are disappearing, and now the dimensions, and now the green ones. And you can also, when you click the control button and click on here, then the window is opening, and you can choose what you want to display. Do you want to have the arrows or not? Then you remove it. When you want to have this smart links but not the dimensions, or only the dimensions for the cabinet but not for the room, you can customize your own smart link selection. So I explain it again. When you click here on a red eye, you need to keep the control button pressed, and then you click here on touch areas. And then you can make your selection. Now we only have here the red and green smart links without any dimensions. That is next great function, which make it more convenient for your individual workflow. Okay, I just checked my list that I have everything. So the next one is also here about the smart links. And when we have here, when we add your fronts, like your left door again, and let's say we add here 2 drawers. And when you click now on a red eye, and you can open all fronts, and now when you click here again, only the doors getting invisible, but the drawers are still there. It wasn't there before. When you click here again, then you see also the drawer fronts are invisible. So we got there one more toggle for the right level. Okay. So the next function is also about a setup for all cabinets. Therefore, we are starting a new project, and we set here a double door, and we just copy it. When you click here on copy, you can copy this, and you know about, like when you have here, when you want to change the connectors. Yeah, so you can change the connectors, and when you want to have the change for all cabinets, you click here for all cabinets, and this window is appearing. You can make your selection. Do you want to have it for all, or do you want to deactivate it for one cabinet? And when you close it, yeah, you see when we go back to the view we have for all cabinets now the Cabineo, the Clamex, and this function is for many setups available, and it wasn't before available for frame doors. When you click here on front, and you activate here frame, it's only for the activated one. So, but when you keep the control button pressed and you click here anywhere in the 3D view, so I need to check it. Yeah, okay, now I got it. Yeah, so you need to keep the control button pressed and you click here, then the smart clicks are disappearing, and when you click now on here, the window is appearing. Yeah, and now we can set everything off. So we have normal doors. Yeah, I will do it again. You keep the control button pressed, click here in the 3D area. So now the smart clicks disappearing, and now you go here on the checkbox and click it. The window getting opened. Yeah, and when you don't want to have it in the middle, then you remove the checkbox and you close it. Yeah, and now you see we have the frame doors for the left and right cabinet, but not for the middle one. Yeah, that is also an important hack. When you know about it, it's going faster. So the next one is about the export to Artist or OSD. Yeah, when you click here on data export and you want to export your cutting list, you can choose different cutting lists, and you can click now export ASCII, and here you see the type of the file. The standard is a CSV file or text file, but here you have many programs like Optima, Joomla, or nesting program, or the production manager, which have a different file format. And here we added this to Artist and OSD. It's an STK file. When you click here and we click here Artist test, then this file is saved in TrunCAD projects, but I don't have Artist, so I can't open it. But when you have it, it's now available for your version as well. Okay, when you have also desire to implement yours, you can create a ticket. When you click here on help and on web formula, you can create a ticket so that we can develop it for your program as well. You just send us a test file that we can check it out, and yeah, one of our support agents are caring for your case. Okay, yeah, now we're going to the next function, and it makes the life more easier when you go now into the library. Yeah, we have here now, I already checked it here, a search bar. Yeah, and when you can save also your individually cabinets in your library, and when you search like for panel, yeah, you see here you get only one panels, which you can drag and drop, yeah, and so you are finding your panels much faster. Yeah, here also when you go to help tab and free tutorial, and I will drag it and drop it in here. Yeah, when you go here to the starter webinars, we have also here a webinar about using the library. Yeah, and now you can find your cabinets faster in the library. All right, I just close this window and you can check it out. Okay, yeah, the next new function is you can set or you can make a selection which cabinet you wanna make visible or invisible. Yeah, therefore you go here on the cabinet tab. We have 4 cabinets, and when you click here on a 3-dot button, yeah, you can here set the arrow visible or not. So now the first and the third cabinet is visible, and when you close it, you see only the first and the second cabinet visible. Yeah, so like when you want to show your customer only a different part of your project, yeah, you can set it visible or invisible. Yeah, you still have here every 4 available, and when you click here on the 3-dot button again, you can set it visible. Yeah, that is also a really nice function. So yeah, the next one is about the draw button panels. Therefore, we click here on File and start a new project, and here we divide this cabinet, the top and bottom part, and here we are just drag and drop in 3 drawers, and we draw it with open fronts. Yeah, and when you click now on material, and I already have chosen here a red one, you can here for the bottom panel choose a different material, but it's only for the bottom panel. Yeah, the right, left, and front part needs to have the same thickness. Yeah, so but for the bottom, you can click here only a selected part, and then you can drag and drop. I do it here with a red material over the bottom. Yeah, and you see it's a different color. All right, that was this function, and now we are going to the drilling pattern from the side to the visible side. Yeah, therefore I will delete this here, and when you go back to the cabinet tab, yeah, you can here activate visible side. Yeah, you can here change the overlap to the front, and you see here this is coming on top. Yeah. Now you have the opportunity to connect this with a drilling pattern. So we are going to the wireframe. Here you see here we only have here the connectors, but nothing for the visible side and the cabinet side. So we will go back to the rendered view, and we are going now to division, and here you see the drilling patterns. Yeah, and here when you have here a visible side, I will explain you how it's working. So when you choose here the visible side, you have here the reference points is in the middle. Yeah, it's going from the middle of the part, and here it's the front, and here you see the direction of the drilling. Yeah, and here we have here 6 drillings, and when we start here with the middle one, which you see here, it's here on dx0, dz0, and dy, it's minus 250. Yeah, the depth is 1, it means it's going through the material. Yeah, so in this case it's 18 mil, and the diameter is 4. So we have this here also for the same, but in dy it's plus 250. Yeah, also when you click minus and you click here, it's appearing. So for the bottom one, we have it here also minus 250, and here we have a formula. It's equals minus the length through divided through 2 plus 100. Yeah, you see here the depth is 1, it's going through, and the diameter is also 4, and we have this drilling. Now we have 6 drillings for the side, and this drilling has a depth of 3 and a diameter of 5, and this is for the visible side. Yeah, I show you now. Yeah, when we click here on plus, or we delete the minus, yeah, and we click now on plus, it's also appearing here. So, and we are doing the same for this. Yeah, here we are saying, okay, dz is 0. Yeah, and here we have plus 250. Yeah, you see it's appearing here, and here minus 250. It's appearing here. And now we need to go one more up. Yeah, you can also choose this. We say, okay, we want to have it in minus x direction. The depth is 3 and the diameter is 5. Yeah, and now we click here on plus, and it's appearing here. And we want to have it appearing there as well. And we delete the 250, click here on plus, and it's appearing there. And now we are saving it, and we are deleting it. Yeah, and now you need to make sure that the visible side is here selected, and now you just drag it and drop it in here. And when we are going to this view, you see here the drilling pattern. on the side, front and for the back. Yeah, and then you have also the drillings to connect the visible side and the cabinet side. All right, then we are going to the next function, and that's about the vertical handle profile. And therefore we are turning to the rendered view, and we are dragging and dropping here two verticals in, and we say here we want to have a width of 50. Now we are letting disappear the visible side, and we add here in the front one left and a right door. And when we set the doors closed, so we can let here disappear the handles. Yeah, and now we can set here the profile, and here we need to have overlap like 15. The width, it's not so important, but you can also type in 60, and here you activate the profile and drag it and drop it here in the middle. Yeah, you will see. We go back to division, and I set here the verticals passing. Yeah, and now we are going back to front. Set here the profile, and we drag it and drop it in here. Yeah, and you see the verticals are going back, and here we get the part and the doors getting automatically extended. And now you have the handle profile. So that was this function, and now the next function is you can also customize your price for the edge bendings. Therefore, you click here on data export. Yeah, and when you click here on the three dot button for on the left hand side next to the price, yeah, we have had before here the material where you can customize the price for your materials in the list, and this is now available for the edge bendings here as well, per price per meter. Yeah, so it makes it more convenient and faster to set the price. Yeah, for the edge bending and material. Before it wasn't available in the list. Yeah, you needed to go to the material tab. Yeah, and you can click here on any material and open the material set, and you needed to go for the panel and here to set the price here, and closing it and saving it, and for the edge bendings here as well. Yeah, you needed to change here the price, but now it's much more faster in the list. All right, yeah, that was the next one. Now we are coming almost to the end. Yeah, the next function is about the plinths. Yeah, when we go here back to the cabinet tab, and we go here beneath cabinet, and we go here in the setting, you can scroll down, and here you have overlap to back, right and left. Yeah, we type in here minus 50 and to the right 100, and we save it. Yeah, you see here 100 extension, and here -50. Yeah, that is now available as well. All right, and then we have one more function, and therefore I will start a new project, and we drag and drop in here a new cabinet. So when you click here on the front view, you get the front view. Yeah, when you have on the left, you have the left view. Yeah, now you have also an orthographic projection, and therefore you keep the shift button pressed and click here on the left side. Yeah, and then you have the orthographic projection. Yeah, or you click here. Yeah, you see here the difference. Yeah, when you click here on front, you have the real projection, and when you keep the shift button, it's above the control button pressed, and click here on front, yeah, then you see here the orthographic projection. Yeah, you see it looks a bit odd when in a 3D view, but that is an orthographic projection. All right, that is it for the new function. You will receive an email with a link where you can load the update. Yeah, you will also find this recording, and when there are any questions, you just click here on the help tab and on the web formula and create via the web formula a ticket. Attach also your hotline zip file that we can check it, and then one of our support agents will help you. All right, thank you for your attention and take care. See you next week. Next week is the last webinar for this year. Yeah, it's also a nice project. Yeah, I just show you this. Yeah, it's about a wardrobe here with it's actually two cabinets and is in a 90-degree angle to each other. Yeah, it's here a bit small. I can't. Can I make it bigger? Not too much. Yeah, but you can also, you see here the preview, and next week I will show you how to plan this, and I'm looking forward to our next webinar, and take care. Bye bye.